Dios en Chimaniabu, que Chemalea, Inepo Francisco Olea. May Creator bless you. My name is Francisco Olea. I'm an enrolled member of the Pascuayaqui tribe. I grew up on the Pascua Pueblo Reservation here in Tucson, Arizona. I attended the local middle schools and high schools near the reservation and then found myself attending the University of Arizona. Before I graduated, I was working full-time. My wife and I had our first child in high school, so I started working right after high school and found myself working in our tribe's casino. Now, I worked my way up to management, and then I always wanted to go back to college and finish my higher education goals. And unfortunately, there was not enough money to do that at the time. So gradually, I took part-time classes here and there and eventually found myself working toward my degree full-time. And at that time, the concept of potentially attending law school popped into my mind. It was a little bit unrealistic, to be honest with you, because for people like us from the reservation, that's not really something that, sad to say, that us reservation kids strive for. It seems like an unattainable goal sometimes. And it wasn't until I heard of the Huerta Scholarship that it almost became something that could potentially be possible for me. So with the support of some previous alumni, I submitted my application for law school, and I took my law school entrance exams, and coincidentally, the Huerta Scholarship was endowed, and fortunately, I became the first recipient of that, the inaugural Huerta Scholarship recipient. And that's kind of understated to say that it helped me succeed in law school, or to even help me get to law school, because the entire concept of leaving my job, my full-time job that I'd been at for about 15 years, to go to school full-time exclusively seemed like almost impossible, especially from a monetarily perspective, because I had financial obligations, I had a mortgage, I had little league children to raise, and it just seemed like a distant possibility. But fortunately, with that additional funding and other scholarships from the law school, I was able to leave my job and focus exclusively on going to law school. So Lawrence Huerta was a member of my tribe, the Pascuayaqui tribe, and he did a lot of good work for the tribe and for the state of Arizona in several capacities, as a judge, helping legislate things at the tribe and at the state level as well, always being a fierce advocate for Native Americans. And he was also the first Native American to graduate from the University of Arizona's James E. Rogers College of Law. So it was very, very humbling for me to receive that inaugural scholarship. And certainly some big shoes to fill for me, but he set out a groundwork for us to emulate, us Native American scholars, to try and at least contribute back in a way that's comparable to what he did. And as I mentioned, that's a long shot in hindsight, but it still provides ample opportunity for us to contribute to our communities and facilitates the ability for some of us to even just attend law school, whereas sometimes it's just the financial burden itself that prevents us from taking that leap of faith into attending this higher education and this higher institution that sometimes seems so distant from the reservation. It's almost immeasurable to say how much the Huerta Scholarship has helped me and helped me get through law school. So with that, I certainly want to acknowledge the donors, and I want to thank the donors that contributed to that and made that possible for not only myself, but for my colleagues and other Native American law students that were fortunate enough to receive the scholarship as well.